Welcome to Nordic Nights. In this episode, we dive into 5 extraordinary eyewitness accounts of unexplained phenomena across the Nordic region. Each story is a unique glimpse into the unknown, challenging what we think we know about our skies. What could these witnesses have seen? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's explore these mysteries together. The Cigar-Shaped Mystery of Matfors. At around 2 p.m., a witness, along with their partner, spotted a large cigar-shaped object in the sky. This object was either white or possibly a light metallic color and was seen near Nedansio along Riksväg E14. What makes this report particularly fascinating is the object's clear and undeniable presence to the naked eye, yet it mysteriously did not appear in the photographs taken. The witnesses observed the object moving slowly from north to southeast. They had a clear view of it for a few minutes until a small wooded area momentarily blocked their line of sight. Upon emerging from the other side of the woods, the object had completely vanished. Conditions at the time were mostly cloudy, ruling out the possibility of a sun reflection. The object was distinctly physical, seen just above the treetops, yet bafflingly, it left no trace in the photographs. The witnesses described the object as being quite thick and cigar-shaped, resembling an old-fashioned zeppelin, but without any basket or windows. According to the partner's estimation, it was about 2 kilometers away and at least 30 meters long, roughly the size of a bus. This partner is experienced in estimating distances due to their background in hunting and defense. Despite scanning the sky from Lobo for the rest of the afternoon, the object was not seen again. This sighting remains unexplained and is quite unique due to the discrepancy between visual observation and photographic evidence. The Glowing Ellipse Over Dalarna. It was a tranquil night in Dalarna, Sweden, and we were out crayfishing at our country house, my brother, 2 friends, and I. The sky was clear, adorned with countless stars, and a full moon hovered just above the tree line to our left. As we drifted in our rowboat, I sat at the front, lost in the beauty of the night sky. My brother rowed steadily, and our 2 friends chatted quietly at the back. Suddenly, a glowing, ellipse-shaped object caught my eye to the right. It moved slowly across the sky, emitting a faint, eerie light. "What's that?" I called out, pointing to the mysterious object. The others looked up, and at that moment, reality seemed to blur, plunging us into a dreamlike state. The object, which I estimated to be about 300 meters above the water, executed a smooth U-turn and positioned itself directly in front of us. Hovering silently, it began to ascend slowly, leaving a trail of smoke or fog beneath it. This mist created an ethereal cone of light, like a flashlight beam cutting through smoke. We watched in awe as the object rose higher, its contours becoming indistinct until it finally vanished from sight. The strangest part of this mind-blowing experience was the aftermath. The next day, none of us could discuss what we had seen. Just thinking about the event made me feel ill. When I tried to write it down, I could only draw an oval shape on the paper. It took nearly a decade before I could even talk about it, and even then, only one friend vaguely remembered the strange sight in the sky. For years, I suppressed the memory, but about 15 years later, my fascination with UFO phenomena resurfaced. I immersed myself in countless videos and articles online and eventually submitted a report to the Swedish UFO organization, UFO Aktuellt, Claes Svan. Looking back, I can't rule out the possibility of an abduction, though I haven't explored that angle with a regression hypnotist. Perhaps I should. The object, about the size of the moon but much brighter and completely silent, appeared in a remote area far from any airports or military bases. The lake, named Velen, is roughly 3 kilometers from the city of Falun. Reflecting on that night still gives me chills. It was an experience that defied explanation and left an indelible mark on my life. The Blazing Light of Turku. It was a warm, cloudless day in Turku, Finland, perfect for soaking up the sun. I was lounging on my balcony, enjoying the weather, when I noticed an aircraft passing overhead at cruising altitude, leaving a contrail in its wake. This was typical, as there's a flight corridor directly above, usually for intercontinental flights traveling west to east. About 5 to 10 minutes after the aircraft disappeared from view, I noticed something unusual, a bright white light blinking in the sky at regular 1-second intervals. This light seemed to be moving along the same path as the contrail left by the aircraft, but at an astonishing speed, much faster than any plane I had ever seen. The light was traveling at least 6 to 8 times the speed of a normal aircraft, as covering the part of the sky visible from my balcony, about 40% of the total sky, in roughly 15 seconds. What struck me was the consistency of the light's speed and its exact alignment with the contrail. During the intervals when the light was off, I couldn't see any object, suggesting it might have been obscured by the contrail, or perhaps it was part of the light itself. Despite the light's intense brightness, the contrail remained unaffected, slowly fading as it normally would. The size of the light was about twice that of a large airliner seen at cruising altitude. This combination of extraordinary speed, the brightness of the blinking light, and its precise path following the contrail left me baffled. Even now, I find myself wondering what it could have been. The Triangular Craft of Flekkefjord. It was a clear, cold night in Flekkefjord, Norway. My family and I, my daughter, my girlfriend, and I were lying on the grass, gazing up at the stars. The serenity of the night sky was abruptly interrupted by a sight that left us stunned. Out of nowhere, a large, triangular-shaped craft zipped across the sky at an incredible speed, faster than anything I had ever seen. It was high up, making it difficult to discern all the details, but its size and distinctive shape were unmistakable. Underneath the craft, 3 large, round lights glowed with the color of orange fire. I was shocked by what I saw and immediately voiced my astonishment, hoping I wasn't the only one who had witnessed this extraordinary event. My 10-year-old daughter responded, affirming that she too had seen the craft. I asked her to describe what she saw before I shared my own observation. She described it as a big plane with lights underneath, moving extremely fast. When I inquired about the shape, she confirmed it was triangular. Unfortunately, my girlfriend did not see the craft, but the shared experience between my daughter and me was undeniable. Knowing the directions well, I noted that the craft was flying west, coming from the direction of Sweden. I hesitated to tell many people about this encounter, fearing ridicule. However, a recent moment with my daughter changed that. While watching the documentary Top Secret UFO Projects Declassified on Netflix, we saw a segment featuring a triangular-shaped craft. We looked at each other in disbelief and exclaimed that it matched exactly what we had seen last year. The speed and appearance of the craft were incredibly similar to those described in the documentary. This validation prompted me to finally share our experience. The Chasing Stars of Arvidsjaur. It was a cold November night in Arvidsjaur, Sweden. The sky was clear and bright, filled with countless stars. I was on a military exercise in the mountains, and as I fetched water from a lake, I couldn't help but marvel at the stunning night sky. Suddenly, a falling star caught my eye, swiftly streaking across the sky. Another followed closely behind. My friends, noticing the same phenomenon, suggested they might be satellites visible this time of year. However, what unfolded next defied all logical explanation. 2 more star-like objects appeared, and to my astonishment, they began to chase each other. They resembled stars in size and brightness, but moved in ways I had never seen. They darted across the sky at incredible speeds, stopping abruptly, changing direction, and resuming their high-speed chase. These objects flew in circles, continuing their pursuit. Their ability to stop and change direction instantly was beyond comprehension, as no human vessel or aircraft could perform such maneuvers, especially at such high altitudes. This surreal display lasted for at least 4 minutes before the lights suddenly vanished. The experience left me bewildered. I couldn't find any theoretical explanation for what I had witnessed. The memory of those stars moving so erratically and with such speed continues to puzzle me, challenging the boundaries of our understanding of the night sky. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the unexplained phenomena across the Nordic region. From mysterious cigar-shaped objects to dazzling lights and incredible encounters, each story leaves us with more questions than answers. If you've enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up and share your thoughts or similar experiences in the comments below. We love hearing your stories. and theories. Don't forget to subscribe to Nordic Nights and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future episodes as we continue to explore the mysteries of our skies and beyond.